What up, guys? Your boy Quake, and Pusha T's pen has once again got everyone riled up. Before we get into that, be sure to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at QuakeGW. A link is in the description below, and leave a like on this video. So if you haven't been paying attention to what's been going on these past couple of days, or just have ignored everything, Pusha T has decided to go at Drake once again, but this time he's doing it on someone else's album. As you guys know, this past Friday, Pop Smoke's first album came out. It's called Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. 50 Cent executive produced the album alongside Pop Smoke's manager, you could say, Steven Victor, and they did a great job. Go ahead and check it out. But 50, when the album came out that day, confirmed that there is a part 2 or deluxe version of the album coming out. So Pop Smoke's manager, Steven Victor, decided that day to preview a track called Paranoia. And on this track is Pop Smoke, Pusha T, Young Thug, and Gunna. And after Steven Victor previewed the track unfortunately slowly started leaking out. And the first thing that leaked out was Pusha T's verse. And on his verse, he's allegedly going at Drake. So let's go over his verse. He says, "You know reality bites, it's chess, not checkers. Those empty threats only sound good on your records." He's obviously referring to Drake making these type of threats when he's not really a gangsta on certain tracks that he does. Then he says, "If the patios is not followed by a blocka, it's like marked for death Screwface without the chopper. Let 'em rush the stage when you made like Sinatra, only to hide the blade flying back through LaGuardia." The part where he says, "let 'em rush the stage," he's referring to a moment when Pusha T went to go perform in Toronto, Canada. Obviously, that's Drake's hometown. This is when the beef was like at its peak in 2018. He performed there and had a bunch of like bottles and stuff thrown at him, and then someone rushed the stage and tried to get at him, but obviously it didn't go that way. So he's referring to that moment. Then he continues the verse and says, "I might even buy a home out in Mississauga." And Mississauga is a city in the greater Toronto area that is west of Toronto. It's the hometown of Party Next Door, who is obviously Drake's artist. And of course, this is Drake's hometown, Toronto, regardless. So him saying, "I'm going to buy a home out there," is clearly indication that he doesn't care or is scared about Drake at all. He then continues the verse and says, "On my walls have scrawls of T'Challa many dolls that sprawled, they'll have my little nanas. Make a call, she gon' crawl, bad guy Patra. I'm involved and absolved, I'm a godfather, hush." So just off that Mississauga line, everyone knew is going at Drake, then the stage, and then the first 2 bars where you know reality bites. So everyone made the connection that this verse was going at Drake. And then Pusha T actually got a lot of backlash. And the reason why he got a lot of backlash was because people were complaining that he was taking out his beef on a person's album who passed away. A lot of people found that offensive, and they felt like he's taking away attention from Pop Smoke's moment because he's passed away. This is his moment to shine, his only moment, because he probably doesn't have a lot more music coming out after this. So a lot of people felt really offended by that, so much so that eventually Young Thug came out and voiced his opinion on Pusha T going at Drake. He was very upset about the situation. He posted this on Instagram. He said, "I don't respect the Pusha T verse on the song with me and Gunna because I don't have nothing to do with y'all beef, nor does Gunna. And if I knew that was about him, I would have made changes on our behalf. This rapper shit, so blank." Pusha T then saw this and responded on his own Instagram story and said, "Hey, Young Thug, a couple of things. One, don't feel bad. Nobody knew what the verse was about. The label heads that stopped it didn't even know. They only assumed because he told them," he referring to Drake, "the same way he told about the Ross Maybach 6 verse. And if he'll tell record executives about rap verses, God only knows what else he'll tell. I don't deal in police work, police rappers, or police guys." He then sends another message to Young Thug and says, "Young Thug, you were the last verse added to the song, and that's only because I requested you. And third, and most important, Young Thug, just so we are clear, I would never look or need your respect for what it is I bring to this rap game. Then finally, he addresses Steven Victor, who's Pop Smoke's manager, executive producer on this album alongside 50. He says, Steven Victor, I demand you take me off the deluxe version of Pop Smoke's album to avoid any confusion that may take away from this amazing body of work. Then Young Thug saw that and responded with an Instagram video on his story.
First of all, your verse 7 days, if you know what I mean. I'm up for a week. Second of all, you already went crazy the first time, so you ain't even got it. Ain't nothing but a sucker going on double takes and triple takes and quadruple takes. You should have just got all of it out on the first song. You put the first song out. You ain't even have to do all that on those niggas. You just feel like you ain't gonna get enough views on your own shit, so you came and put some bullshit on a whole nother a nigga who's resting in peace music, trying to fuck up a nigga whole vibe. Cause you feel like, but this is the perfect platform. Thug, Gunna, and Pop Smoke. This is the perfect platform to go at this nigga ass. This is the perfect song to do it on. Why the fuck you ain't do that shit on your own song? Do that shit on your own song, nigga. Niggas ain't jumping in on nigga business because I don't give a fuck about it. Now what now one of y'all niggas got going on, nigga, we kill for real.
So what do you guys think of this whole situation? In my opinion, I feel like it's not disrespectful for Pusha T to go at somebody on someone else's track, whether the person is alive or dead. In fact, I feel like it's actually given Pop Smoke a lot more attention on his album. Now people are like scrambling, trying to find the track. Even if it's not on the actual version of the album and it's on the deluxe, it's still giving Pop Smoke a lot more attention. So you can look at it that way. I understand the point of view of saying you shouldn't do something like this on someone's album who's dead. It makes sense. But on the other hand, Drake would use other artists' tracks to go at people. The prime example is Rick Ross's Stay Schemin'. He went at Common, and Rick Ross and French Montana went on the track, and nobody said anything about that. So you can look at it multiple ways. I feel like Pusha T is just constantly going at Drake because he knows he actually got at Drake. Whether Drake is still relevant right now or not, in the hip-hop culture itself, Drake got a spanking. That's just the reality of it. The story of Adidon was something way better than what Drake released with his Duppy and so on and so forth. Drake kind of backed away from the whole thing when he was the one that involved family members first. So I feel like Pusha T is just going to keep going at him because he spanked him already, so why not? Also, I don't understand why Young Thug is getting upset. A lot of artists go at other artists on tracks that are featured with other artists. Now, that was a tongue twister, but I know you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, it's happened in hip-hop before. It's nothing new. So to get offended by that, I think is just reaching, and you really don't know hip-hop that well if you're upset about it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Would you guys be offended by someone going at another artist on a dead person's album? I don't know. Some people see it as disrespectful. Some don't. I can see both ways of the discussion. Let me know in the comments below. That's it for today's video. If you guys want to support this channel further, you can do so at patreon.com/diverse mentality. For just $1 a month or more, you can help support this channel further. A link is in the description below. Like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. I do videos like this daily on hip-hop news and much more, so definitely subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at QuakeGW. Like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.